Da, 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 da. So, welcome back to Blueprints. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. We have now 80 steps today. I'm not sure if this is tied to only today. Anyway, so what are some of my goals? Well, we are still looking for wonderful letters. One of those letters will be in the office. I have not yet understood how to solve the save code for the office. What I do know, on the other hand, is how to get this elevator down. Unfortunately, this is also a problem because it needs a lever that is in a room behind it. Here. Yeah, as you can imagine, that is a very shitty placement to get. Because if I want to reach it from this side, I basically need the right room in this, the right room in this, and the right room in this. And that is pretty difficult to pull off. It also will require at least 3 keys. And it sucks. It sucks because it is now actually easier to enter the antechamber and then from the antechamber create the room here. Because this room doesn't need to go anywhere from here. It just needs a room there that I can enter, and the best chances is through the antechamber. I remember that the north door, the door to the north is opened with the lever in the basement, which I can do. And then there are the other 3 doors that you need to open. There's the greenhouse. But I don't remember. I think the greenhouse opens the door to the east or to the south. Hi, Bob. Thank you. But I don't remember which one opens the door on the left. Here's the other question. Since we know that the radiation test can open all closed doors in the mansion, is the question, will it also open these doors here? That is a very important question. Which I don't know. The next thing is, will it automatically also open doors on rooms that have not yet been placed in the mansion? The phrasing indicates that it will only affect rooms already placed, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So one of the major goals is basically reach the antechamber, get the key, also try to enter the backside of the foundation through the antechamber. Then other things that I still have that I feel like I should do is getting a boiler room down and getting a laundry room down that gets power from the boiler room. There was another place where the boiler room was also needed. The pump room. Yeah, the pump room. But if I want the pump room, I always need to put down the pool first. Before that, I have the pump room not in my draft, which is a bit shitty because of the RNG factor. I will say that until to this moment, I have never looked anything up for this game. But I have to say, I have two questions that I kind of want an answer to it without wasting my time of trying to figure it out. Maybe I even have three questions. And I will look those answers up because otherwise it is so much in RNG that I don't really want to waste all that time to figure it out. This game in itself is quite long, depending how far you go. So, blueprints, boiler room. So one of my questions is, how does the boiler room work when he distributes energy? I know it distributes energy in one of three directions. All three directions are pointed at doors in the room, but I don't know how the energy is given forward. Yeah, okay, so that more or less explains that. It's actually interesting that the game seems not to have a wiki on its own, which is weird. Uh, da, 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 da. Reading? Okay, so it is mostly what I thought, that you have the boiler room and then choose a direction. It will give you a higher chance to draft a room that actually needs that power in the direction the power is pointed. But if you want to redirect the power towards another room, then you need to place down a room that has steam vents to transport that power. But one of the biggest problems is that nobody actually puts down a list of rooms that have those. They talk about that most red rooms have them, which is true. The security room also has it. But yeah, that doesn't make it any better. Anyway, let's see, what was my other question? Right. The bomb shelter is a question I wanna have answered. Da, 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 da. Maybe I need to phrase it a little bit better. Radiation. Yeah. Yeah. Da, da, da. Draft of options. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, it says here the need for keys and key cards. But does it also affect the antechamber? Probably not. Ah, okay. So, as I just read it, because I was like wondering how can I even activate the radiation thing? Apparently, you need to start an experiment, which is not difficult. That just means put down the laboratory and choose an experiment. Experiment. But what you're supposed to do is choose an experiment that will trigger easily. And you need to trigger it 5 to 6 times before you have adequate radiation. Terminal. Okay, cool that you do not say a word about the antechamber, but at least I know it will open all locked doors and all doors that demand a key. So I will simply assume the antechamber is not opening up with that. Okay, that answers this. That answers the boiler question. More or less. It answers more or less the boiler question. Yes, it answers the bomb shelter question. And I basically already found out which door opens which. Let me look into my notes here. Uh, this is nothing. Those are just random infos. Mhm. I don't have anything in the notes, so okay. So this is an information I actually already have, but I never noted it down myself. So this is not new info I basically get. And if you're wondering, I'm looking up which lever opens which door in the antechamber. Except this one, apparently. That is weird. Why are nobody mentioning the greenhouse? Yeah. Why does nobody mention the greenhouse? Because the greenhouse might open. Let's see. Greenhouse. Ah, interesting. Fine. Okay. So I think that answers my most asked questions. Regardless, I will place down the room outside first. Sorry for all the waiting. Let's see what we get here. The tomb, toolshed, or the hovel. I don't want the hovel. We don't need the tomb. Okay, metal detector. What else? Okay, this is completely new. Gear wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Okay. That comes in handy because I can then create more mechanical rooms. That's something I want. The code check, which would give me the battery pack. Didn't... Oh, no, I took a screenshot of it. I remember. I took a screenshot of a recipe. How to create stuff. This is the story part. I still haven't figured out that puzzle. It is. Okay. The battery pack, the shovel, and the broken lever create the power, or the jackhammer. Interestingly enough, that I just read is if you have just the broken lever and the greenhouse, you can actually fix it. You don't need to create a jackhammer to actually fix it. Interestingly enough. Okay, for the burning glass, I only need the magnifying glass. Okay. Oh wait, the jackhammer is something different. It's the power hammer that you usually make. That means the battery is not really needed, except if I want to get myself a jackhammer. But that requires also the broken lever and the shovel, which I don't have at the moment. Okay. So let's not do the code check. That is, I think, the earliest time I've ever... No, this is the earliest time I've ever seen a conference room in my draft. Almost crazy to think about it. But okay. Well, I should put down the nursery because it will be beneficial in the long run. Let's see if the nursery is giving me any items, but I don't think so. Oh wait, banana. 3 steps. Okay. I should probably first go here. Pantry, hallway. I shouldn't really put down the hallway yet. I shouldn't, but I will. Cannot open this. Okay. Closet, the nook, or the guest bedroom. Closet. Because of items. Okay, here's a key. I'm going to use this key. In the hopes that I get a key back. I don't, but I get 2 dice and coins. Let's see what we can put down here. Corridor, guest room, commissary. Not the most ideal draft, but let's see what the store has in store for us. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, both things of interest, the shovel and the sledgehammer. I would say I will pick up the shovel. I'm not a fan of the compass. I am not. The parlor, the bedroom, or the passageway. Let's put down the parlor. There we go. Let's fail this again. One of the other 2 boxes is false, which would be true if this is true. You will open this box and find it empty. The blue box is true. So, if this one says the blue box is true, and it's true, one of the other 2 boxes is false, then that would be true as well, which would mean this is a liar and the gems are inside here. Let's turn it around and say like the blue box is false. Not one of the other 2 boxes is false. Okay. Let's not make this complicated. Okay, I have only one way to go forward, which is kind of scary. Security. Sounds reasonable. Aha. And now I can change the rarity of this place. I feel the security is a room that has potential of an interesting item, maybe. But it is also a room that allows me to place orders and open security doors. So I wanna make it commonplace, to be honest. Any items? Not really. Okay. Keycard system. Yes, I know, it's the incorrect password because I pressed enter. Jeez. Staff services, special orders. As per usual, I will order the shovel. And log out. Okay. There should still be something about here and the cameras, and yet I still don't understand that. Let's open this door first. Oh look, it's the laboratory. Tempting. Let's also make this a commonplace now. Oh look, the magnifying glass. Nice. Extremely useful. Yeah. We are doing an experiment setup. Okay, each time you eat an apple while drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, which I only know 2 of, when you draft a hallway from another hallway. What is the other one? Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Gain 1 key, 1 gem, and or 1 goal selected randomly. Spread dirt on the driveway. The driveway. Okay. Okay, I feel like this is the most common thing that will happen. Hallways to hallways. In 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 gold. Hello there, Nox Pro. How are you doing? 1 key for every 2 hallways. Let's make it a little bit random. Sure. Started experiment. Okay. Welcome to the game that sometimes has music. But only sometimes. And because of that, I will play some music. How's it going, Nox Pro? Well, it has to be the courtyard, right? Nice. When I played, the music was sometimes a bit too much for me. I had to change it. The problem with the game is literally like, sometimes it plays music, and then there's like a majority of rooms where there's no music at all. And it's like, okay. I guess. Which is a tad annoying. Okay, you have a key here. which I will not spend yet on that. To nook the pantry or the dark room. Let's not place down the dark room. I could use another key. Yes, I don't know if it's random or a pattern. It's basically a pattern, but it will only play in certain rooms. Oh, I get even 2 keys, and this one I get because I did something else. Yep. Nice. Yes, it's annoying. I just don't understand why the devs thought it would be good. Like, at least something that would play like in the other rooms, but it's just silence. Okay, let's go back first, which is probably a dumb idea, but whatever. Good. I like that. The lockpick. Chances are very low that it works. But hey, it's a chance. What is this? Ah, okay. Upgrade the office, which I don't know how to open the safe. Opportunity to earn and spread gold. Yeah. But this would end the run, this would end the run, this wouldn't end the run, but it's too expensive for my taste. At the moment, for me. The den is a good choice. So is the sparrow. Let's go with the sparrow. I don't know, have you finished the game yet, Nox Pro? Or are you still playing it? Hmm. Oh no, I stopped. Too much? I played too many hours at the time, then got burned out. Oh, okay, I get it. In the sense that you played one day and then you were on day 19, or the other way around. But I think it's a very nice game. I will probably come back sometime. Yeah. I think it's worth it. It's like, you will not get a game like this anytime soon again. I should put down the pool so I can get the pump room. But I also need the boiler. Ah. Okay. Where do you hear that? Ah, okay. Key. Good. Key is always good. What? There's more? What do you hear? So there is apparently something. What? Ah, no, okay. I didn't notice. Ah, no. Everything is terrible. Fine. Let's put down the chapel. Not a fan. I played like 2-3 days. Too many hours each day. With a lot of notes and screenshots like a lunatic. Don't worry. Don't feel bad about that, because everybody who plays this game takes down tons of notes and tons of screenshots. Because otherwise you cannot proceed in this game. It's completely normal. Oh great, the game really wants to destroy me. Okay, fine. Take my last gem. I guess you will not give me back a gem. Of course not. Why would you? The den is really good at this place. Yeah. See, the worst part is that I don't exactly know. Like, I can reach the door number 46. The thing is, I don't know what happens if I do. Will the game end and I had to start over? Or will the game end and be like, oh yeah, and if you want to discover the rest of our puzzles, then keep going from here on. It's like, I don't know. I would have to look that up. Because I don't know, I don't really want to do it. It's the worst. Guest room, the terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems, which is usually a very good choice. Today I actually looked a few things up for the absolute very first time, but it wasn't like spoilers. It was to clarify some functions and some rooms I already know what they are doing, but not entirely exactly how they function. Because otherwise I would have to figure it out myself, and I feel like I don't want to invest this time. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, interesting. As much as I hate it, but I should craft this one. Not only do I get a ton of keys for that, but I also will draft this room for the very first time. Yeah, let's do it. I get 5 steps, but I also got some keys, I guess. Okay. Where? Oh, here are the keys. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, this is a usual servant's room thing, so they have bells. So this indicates in which room someone is ringing the bell because they want their service. So this is pretty normal. Okay, we have 2 texts here. Actually 3 texts. Yeah, it's old. In olden times they had this service, since back then they didn't have like communication with radio or something like that. Instead, you made like a line connection that went through the walls, and then in a room you could just pull, and then it would ring here, and the servant in this room would see, okay, this room is ringing, and then they knew they had to go to that room. Which is usually easier to get the attention of a servant like that, instead of yelling through the mansion for them. or sending someone else to catch them. It's like, yeah. Of course, this only works if the servant is in said room. So that probably happened mostly during later hours or early mornings instead over the day. Okay, let's see. Mr. Ruota, Mrs. Babbage has told me that you will be overseeing network maintenance over the next few weeks while I will be gone, and I apologize in advance for the extra workload. I believe I will be back in Reddington by the middle of February. I hate this word. But even that is not a certainty. Either way, I do not anticipate there will be any major issues while I am gone, as the difficulties we were having last month with the terminal connection seems to be resolved. If there's an emergency and you find yourself having to enter the central server site, I have set you up with a temporary admin key. Oh, we get the admin key. To allow you access to the network administrator controls. Admin key. First 4 letters of your last name, followed by first initial. The first and the 5th character should be capitalized. First 4 letters of your last name. Great. But at the moment we do not. Wait. Mr. Ruota. So that's the last name. First 4 letters of your last name. R-U-O-T. Followed by first initial. We don't know his first... Oh. Wait. No. That is not his first name, right? That's not his first name there. If you have any questions, please let me know in the next few days before my departure. Randolph. Followed by first initial. First 4 letters of your last name, followed by first initial. First initial of first name or last name? Well, it doesn't matter. I can try it out at some point. There are 12 major keys. This is green. I have no idea what green indicates. We know what blue indicates, we know what red indicates, and we know the difference between written stuff and handwritten stuff. Hartley. Wait, this is his first name, right? This is written to this servant, which is this guy. So that's his first name. Hartley, I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I have no idea what that word means, but it's okay. I had always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. My passing, I release you from... What? With my passing, I release you from your post and service to the Sinclair family and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms. As scary and unfamiliar of a concept as that might be to you. Wow. Holy shit. This feels almost like an insult. Besides, I think a major junior ballot would be better situated to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish to, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post. But as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Ah, okay. I get it. I misunderstood that first. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I have decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and victim to to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend. Herbert. Herbert is Herbert Sinclair, so that's oh, that's the one who sadly died. Yeah, okay, good. Good, I guess. For this information. Apparently nothing else here. Okay, but we do have now the admin. That is very good. Admin is good. Well, let's lose more money because chapel. Take my money. Let's place down a room. Corridor. Corridor ideas. Anything of use here? Not really. I don't see a gem or anything. Nope. We also go back. We go back because I need to buy something. Run, you fool. Run. We also can put down a room here, which we should. The storeroom is very tempting to put down here, and so I shall do that. Let's get some money here. There we go. Oh, even a dig spot. My. Pebbles! Yay! How useful. Yeah, I know. I'm going a little bit back and forth. It's not the most useful thing to do, huh? security into the conference. Into the entryway. I opened this. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Give me the sledgehammer. Thank you. And I don't want the other ones. Maybe I should get the salt shaker. You know what? The salt shaker I take. Okay. And now we go all the way back. Fun times. And we have still no music again. Twice up, left and up. Twice up, twice left, and then up. Okay. Here we are, nothing new. Do that. That actually wouldn't be so bad to put down here, but I can't. That's the thing, I can't. Let's put down the billiard room. Coin, more coin. And it is time to math. The wonderful math. Fuck. Where are you, number 9? Oh god. Do I remember how this works? Right. That is... It's not? Okay. But it should be, right? Wait. I forgot the rules. I forgot the goddamn rule for this. Very passive aggressive. Wait, that's a subtraction. It's not a division. This one was wrong. But 10 is 0 and it's not 13? The fuck? But it cannot be 3. Yeah, it's not 3. 9. This is not new to me. It's like the game becomes with the simple puzzles more complicated. Yeah, that was 9. This one... Yeah, but here's the thing. When this is green and you have its multiplication, but in this case it's a... Wait, in this case it's division. So it would be 12. In this case it's a division, right? It's like 10 divided by 10 is 1. And so it's 13 minus 1, which is 12. Let's see. Oh, it's wrong. Okay, cool. 10. 9. Okay, so this is a subtraction. Yellow is a subtraction, but this one makes a difference. But it cannot be 10 minus 10, because that would give 0. And 13 minus 0 means 13, and I pressed 13 before, and it was wrong. So it's not that? So I was like, okay, what if it was a division instead of multiplication? It cannot be a multiplication, because then it would be 100, and 13 minus 100 is not possible. Hi, Bob. Give me a second, Bob. There we go. Okay. How was the rule set for this? Let's see. Well, my notes. There is notes. Did I actually write something down in this regard? No. Cool. Nah. What was the rule set for this? So when it is green, it is the number multiplied with itself. But here it cannot be a multiplication. Hi Suba, how are you? So it's not a multiplication with the yellow number, because it would create 100, but it would be the number that we will subtract from 13. I'm good. Glad to hear that. I saw you playing Repo today. Did you enjoy your session with your friends? Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're interested, chat. Hopefully it does shout out both. Kinda. Silver Phoenix as well, Angie, are both also streamers, so if you're interested, check them out. Look at their VODs, and if you like it, don't forget to leave us a follow and check them out when they are live streaming. I did. I got tired soon after though. Yeah, that's understandable. What if it means the other way around? Is it just a normal subtraction and it gets to 3? No. Here's a game I want to recommend to you. Sure, go ahead. Knowing you, you will love it. If you now say Chrono Trigger, then I have to disappoint you, because I love Chrono Trigger. Expedition 33. Yeah. I will play that game. I already had it on my wish list, And then I waited for it to get released and see how it is faring. Yeah, I will definitely play Expedition 33. Yeah, I also saw that you also played it. What about you? Do you enjoy it, Suba? True facts, it seems very Sega type game. What is a Sega type game? I love it. Good. It has really good production values, let's face it. Sekamerai type game. Isn't the Sekamerai type game the one where I'm basically voice acting for 16 hours straight? What was the rule set for this? Does anyone remember? So if this here is shown but it's green and you have a green, then it is multiplicate this number with itself. This means a subtraction. So if this wasn't here, it would be 13 minus 10, which would equal into a 3. But this changes things. I just don't remember what it affects in a subtraction. I think you should try the 9? No? 13 minus 10 and then square it. So it's 3 square 2. Wow. Good job on that. You actually figured it out. So it goes by the normal rules of do this first. But when you reach the result of this color, then you have to square it. Whee! Indeed. So this is 4. And divided by 1 is 4. And now I have to, oh god, is it always? Then it's 4 by 4. So it's 16. Okay. Hopefully, I will keep this in my mind. Thank you so much for figuring it out, Nox Pro. Let's see. Okay. West Wing Hall. Yeah, the garage. But that ends the run, so we must put down the West Wing Hall. Where is the game is nuts? It is. I'm extremely impressed how the devs came up with all this, which is just crazy. Okay, I see. The morning room returns, but we cannot really put it down. The dog room. It's gonna be a risk. And then there's the secret passage. This is a risk room. The secret passage is always a risk room. Let's risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. Oh, interesting. You cannot draft blue rooms. That's strange. Okay. Also, now I need to ask, Ask away. You don't like Chrono Trigger? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Chrono Trigger is my all-time favorite RPG. I love Chrono Trigger. There's the laundry room. Ah. I wanna try this just to see if it will, it will still take away the cost of the room that is drafted in the first place. Okay, cool. Okay. Super ready to destroy me. Look, in contrast to other people, yes, Chrono Trigger is my all-time favorite RPG, but I always say, like, to other people who would be like, there's nothing wrong with the game, this is like the best game, nobody can top it, I say, like, there's always the chance that another RPG comes along that literally will do it better. For you subjectively. Also, I will not say that Chrono Trigger is perfect. Oh no, on the contrary, it's like the fact that the game suffers a balance when it comes to grinding stuff for XP and special points, whatever, for your magic and technique. That is really not fun. Like, you're getting tired of farming the same creature over and over again just because you have the best place found to grind for your tech skills. It's like, just to name a few downsides of the game. Okay, so I can buy keys. Keys. Uh-huh. A special key. Is the special key a silver key? I wonder. I guess I have to come back here. Not destroy you, genuinely curious. Keys? Yes, keys can be a good thing or a bad thing. A bad thing. You know? Haha, smile. Am I going to use a special key here or no? Let's stay with the normal keys for now. The workshop. I will put down the workshop. I want the workshop to be commonplace. Give me commonplace. Thank you. Yay, head pads. Enjoy the rest of the stream and look. Thank you, Suba. Yay, head pads. I also have head pads. I will find them. There we go. Perfect. Oh god, the compass. Do I want to pick up the compass? Not sure. If I combine the lockpick with the metal detector, I will make it better. Apparently I don't need this. What is the other one? Magnifying glass and what? Magnifying glass and metal detector, of course, is creating the burning glass, because why not, right? I could combine the shovel with the compass to make a dowsing rod, but why? It's really annoying that the metal detector is used for so many constructs. So annoying. Makes you wish you can obtain the metal detector multiple times. I'm not gonna pick up this compass yet. Come on, game. Be nice for once, but you're not. Instead, you're being really mean. Extremely mean. Old tin can. Yay! Nothing of interest. Great. Nothing of interest. Well, if I make the dining room, I instantly get my food. And look, here's the vault. Yay, the vault. The vault I see rarely, and every time I get it, I cannot place it, which is fantastic. So much fantastic. I don't have the trophy room. Plus 20. Oh no, plus 10, okay. No additional items? Sad. Okay, I could. Maybe I should. Let's do it. Let's put the silver key down. Well, it's gonna be the cloister, isn't it? Alright. Yeah. I mean, it comes for free. There we go. A nail. Nail! Nail! Yeah, you get a bonus star in your book if you know the reference. Oh god, game, why? Why are you doing this to me? And going like, you wanted the boiler room, right? Here's it. You have no gems, right? Yeah, I have no gems. I have only Jesse. El biblioteca. Why didn't you dodge? I'm bad at dodging at this moment. Okay, Babbage, Lord Evanson. Okay. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, a modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Dahl. Introduction. The third largest city in Fen Aries and site of its former capital, Reddington, is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Magic! Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer, like pubs and trees and bridges, Jeff Bridges, spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar, rewarding visitors who wish to explore further. You have an underground bazaar? What? I think I get it. It's just weird to hear it in the context of Western culture. Reddington is that type of unique enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. And a cup of coffee. I wanted to say a cup of tea. The Botanical Gardens, Reddington's most popular attraction and guaranteed crowd pleaser. The Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Ajaran canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime in Reddington's busy season. Yes, I know, English, difficult language. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic, captivating tableau of natural countryside. Yes, tableau is French, by the way. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Main Way Station. That's nice. Featherfall Keep. Yeah, I wanted to make a joke, but I forgot the name of the game. Cool. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson, has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son, Lionel Epson, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be family residence. It began operating as a historic house, museum, and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a Natural Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Rinda Aries when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have I. Je ne comprends pas. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Okay. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine. Oh, wait. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Airy's premier vacation destinations, exclusive its more privileged citizens and ducks. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists, the peasants and commoners, are free to enjoy the views of the rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch, lurch, on Mondays and Fridays. Lurch. This wonderful, interesting shaped mountain, Mount Holly, at an elevation of 11,220 freedom units, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. Do not mind the tentacles here and there. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually submit. Great. Let's just travel to the foot of Mount Holly, sit down, and take out our laptops, research it, and then go home. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture that changes every day for no apparent reason at a distance, and with respect, from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. This is normal. This building looked different yesterday, but I guess that's just the thing here. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay on, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. And then we got rid of it because we are like the UK. What? Leg. No.
The turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington.
Thank you, Sir Arthur. Sir David Richard Attenborough. Okay. As the Fetterfall keeps the 100 balls. 100 balls, because 2 are not enough. And that's it. Okay. Hi, Coffee. How are you doing? Code check. No, we don't want the fucking code check. Stop it. Okay. Drafting, you may spend gems to redraw. Yeah, okay, that is not gonna help me in any shape or form. Right, and I cannot put down the kitchen. Do I need the battery? Do I want the battery is the better question. Maybe I want it. Let's pick it up. I can always bring it back. Let that sink in. Let's sink what in? That's because the power is still on that. Okay. Oh, game, I love you. It's so much fun, so much fun. Oh, God. It's my pump room. Anything to pick up? No? Okay. These nuts. Where would you like to get those nuts sink in? Share with the classroom. Okay, we can make the burning glass, which would allow us at least to test out if that works. I cannot build this. I cannot build this. In other words, I could put the battery back. Yeah, let's do that. Either the battery or the other thing. But I think I'm going to do the battery. It took the battery, yeah, okay, good. Good. Let's go in here. God damn it. Wait, you... Huh? How did I... Oh. That doesn't even work. What? No, this was the correct way. In, right, left. Workshop. Magnifying glass and I think metal detector. Yep. Now I can pick you up because it doesn't matter anymore. There is, as far as I know, nothing else I can combine. I can make the dowsing rod. But I don't think I need it. I could pick up more keys, but why should I? There's no reason to do so. Okay. Down. Left. Down. Just curious. It doesn't matter that I lose money, it's okay. Aha. I knew at some point some of these would be... Okay, that's something completely new. What are you? The Keeper of Tithes. The chapel's resident guardian tasked with the sacred duty of keeping the coins accumulated from the chapel offerings. Ah, okay, so that's how you get your money back. Since I'm not going through this. Okay, are you sure you want to break him now? Okay. Then it means it has a higher function. If it is so hardcore in questioning it, if I want to do that, then I will make the assumption that this has a function. Yeah. Back into security. Into the conference room. That is the wrong direction. Okay, so that means we have to go underground. Yep. Ah, no music. All of those puzzles are already done. We cannot open this door. Here we are. Question is in where are we? Okay, this room. This room is not necessary. Okay, this is blocked. Can you actually use this even if the boat is on the other side? Apparently not. It's kind of shit. Let's go back into my screenshots because there I have a map. Helps to have a map. Just a good question. Which one is the map? There's the map. I'm now there. What I can try? Yeah, I can try that. I can try that. That should work. If I can drag this card backwards. I can't, because the game is funny. But what I can do, potentially, but only potentially. No, you would have to go through the entirety of that thing to do so. In other words, it is actually in the correct position. Okay. Wow, this is really shitty. And that is most likely why you need access to the fountain. I think that's the reason. Okay. I still have many steps, so there's a possibility that I can do this in this run. Indeed. It's a bit annoying because now I have the correct tool with me. I cannot use it. In those caverns were nothing of interest. Okay. To the right. Up. 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 Left. Up. Further up. Wait, how do you reach this? Huh? How did I... Oh, okay. Okay. In this direction, left, up. down. And then I think here, right? Yeah. Okay, what we can try... We can try, but I don't know if it actually works. Okay. But that wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, that is okay. That is actually okay. I need to drain the fountain, so it will go through this. In other words, we want to fill the reservoir. And it will only take one unit. Which is fine. We don't actually need this. There is potentially the moment where we need to drain the reservoir completely, but right now we will need kind of an access through the fountain. So now the fountain is active, which is the first one. And this now fully drains the fountain. That's basically what we want. Okay. Down, right, right, left. Down, right, right, left. Here we are. 2 rooms down. And then I think in this direction? Yeah. Into the bedroom. Okay, forward 2, right 2. Complicated. This is the first time we can actually go down here fully. This is necessary. Interesting. You're shitting me. Wow. You even put a door like this here. Oh my god. That means we need the key of the ND chamber for that. The fuck, bro? Why are they doing this? That's so shitty. God damn it. Oh. Okay, let's think. Conference room has nothing. Nursery has nothing. Oh, wait, no. We didn't have any luck with laboratory. Let's see. Chapel we tried. den could potentially have something, but I don't really think so. But as well, the dining room. Eh. Right. Into the courtyard. Okay, how many steps do I have? 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, it works. It does work. Take my money, be happy about it. Okay, no candles here. What about you? You have candles, but I cannot light them up. Okay, at least I know. I know that you work. Maybe it's permanent. Who knows? Be nice. Yay, bot killing. For the greater good. Oops. Okay. Nothing. What about you guys? No? What about you guys? No? No. Well, that sucks. Good job on that. Well, it was not without any merit.